There we are, the Dr. Steele Show. My lovely assistants, Nurse Candy and Nurse Lauren, putting the read-along record on my childhood record player. There we are, thank you. Whoa, what's going on? Look at that nice puppet. The nice music and everything, and the flowers and stuff. It's gonna be a nice show for the kids. Wait, what's going on? What is all of this screaming business about? Oh, and the skull underneath the happy lady face. What could it mean? What does it mean? Could it possibly mean that things aren't always as they seem in this world? I don't know. There's bubbles. That's pretty fun. This guitar solo brought to you by Daybro. He is fantastic. As is my shiny lab coat. And if you are unfamiliar, this is the voice of Dr. Phineas Waldorf Steele, the individual doing the goo-goo gaga-ing on stage, wearing goggles. On the nurse's return. Always a crowd pleaser. Thank you, dear. Thank you for taking my record player for me. Had I attempted to lift that, I would have thrown my back out. You have no idea how heavy that thing is. It's vintage. It's old. You know, they used to make things out of wood. This song is called Build the Robots. It's about building robots. And that is a ventriloquist dummy. As you may already know, all ventriloquist dummies are inherently evil. And that one is no exception. I keep him locked up in an iron trunk before and after each show. It's just a safety precaution. Has to be done. Speaking of robots, I do have to apologize for the lack of robots on stage in my robot band. There's a few, minor glitches yet to be worked out. So, in the meantime, my musical henchmen are filling in. Much appreciated. That is Greg. He's fantastic. There I am doing the popular dance move, the robot. Going over quite well, I might add. Which brings to mind a question I had. If a robot dances, is he doing the robot or is he just dancing? Because how can you tell? These questions and more will be answered once I'm emperor. It's this sort of important research that really matters. According to the technological prophet Ray Kurzweil, he claims that during the middle part of this century, mankind will develop artificial intelligence which will be indistinguishable from human intelligence, which of course is the next big step, evolutionary step in our existence, and far superior, removing human agenda and emotion. And though that is very exciting, the idea of producing artificial intelligence indistinguishable from that of a human, I sincerely hope and will work as hard as I can to generate robots with cartoon happy faces that have the ability to shoot lasers out of their eyes, because to me, that's just so much more interesting than some cyberhuman. Though I wouldn't mind having a robot duplicate of myself. You know, that I could get a whole lot more done. That would be fantastic. I'll take a dozen, actually. Just an even dozen. Good lord, did you hear that noise? Someone fell off the balcony. Either that or there's a Minoc in the audience, chewing on the power cables. You know, I get emails asking me what's underneath my lab coat, and here's the answer. One of these, which has been fabricated and fitted with exquisite taste and love by my personal seamstress and captain of the fashion police, Paloma Candelaria. I have an extensive wardrobe, and this is simply one of my many outfits that I have at my disposal. The clothes makes the man, you know. It's very important to me, fashion. Though I tend not to be very impressed with much of the popular fashion of the day. So I must enlist the aid of a personal fabricator to generate my particular brand of aesthetics, so that I may present myself in the way that I see fit. Crazy. I want to look crazy, but tastefully crazy. You know, there's a certain sensibility there. It's important to me. By the way, this song is entitled Greedy, which is essentially a mockery of the backwards yet very real focus on money in this world. Those with the money have the power, which is ridiculous, because what they really have are ones and zeros, which represent something else. A finite amount of printed material, which actually represents something else, which is a limited natural resource such as gold, which really is only valid in terms of its limited existence on this particular planet. But of course the system has tricked us into believing how important money is. So I aim to fight fire with fire, and of course am interested in making as much money as humanly possible so that I may destroy the illusion of financial stability in society. And what better way to make an insane amount of money, and thusly obtaining the power that I need to do so, than to become an entertainment personality. Yes. It's all in my book, Utopian Playland. Pick up your copy wherever manifestos are sold. Jordan is fantastic. Millions of years ago, claymation dinosaurs ruled the earth, stalking, consuming, hunting for additional frames of animation. Look at these little guys. Look at his hand. Lame hand, wiggle, wiggle. That's great. These puppets were built by Professor McPoop under my direction. Fantastic work. Mostly found objects, which is really what I wanted to get across. And his creations are fantastic. He puppeteers them as well as builds them. And you don't even want to see what the inside of that puppet booth looks like. It's like a bad dream. There's no way to escape, and he is forced to remain in the habitat until the show is over, at which point he is then transported back to his workshop and forced to build more puppets. And he's happy, you know, he likes that. It's best for him. That environment is best for him. I feed him. Occasionally I slip graham crackers and raisins under his door and do a secret knock, and he knows it's feeding time. And that works out good. He does fantastic work. He is fantastic. This song is entitled Land of the Lost, which was inspired by the semi-popular 1970s television program by the same name, which revolved around a family who found themselves slipping through the space-time continuum and landing in the Jurassic period, though it wasn't really the Jurassic period because there's humanoid lizard people and monkey fellows. It's confusing. You'll have to watch the series, and I certainly did as a child. I was absolutely mesmerized. I would sit in front of the television set with my eyes wide open and my mouth agape, convinced that this seemingly vast universe, jungle, and creatures were completely real. Years later, I was able to re-experience it and discovered that sadly there had been a conspiracy cover-up with the television series, and someone systematically went through and replaced all of the classic episodes with poorly directed, badly acted productions, which certainly weren't the ones that I enjoyed as a child. I don't know why someone would do something like this, but they also did it to H.R. Pufnstuf. Actually, everything that Sid and Marty Krofft made, they must be involved with some sort of government conspiracy. They're being blackballed in some way.
These are your worst fears, Rickmosh. In the mist are the things that terrify each of you the most. These are the monsters that sleep within your mind.
Oh, the violence. Children, close your eyes. The human drama. Such drama. And slow motion. Oh, no, it's Henrietta Puss.
Meow, meow, how's it going, meow?
It's going well.
Meow, meow, hey, meow, you doing a commentary, meow?
Yes, I'm doing a commentary.
Meow, meow, can I be on the commentary too, meow?
Yes, I suppose, but just, can you go easy on the meow meow thing?
Meow, meow, what do you mean, meow, meow, meow?
Listen, we all know that you're a cat. That's obvious, and that you're a talking cat, and there's no need for the meow.
Meow, meow, what? Meow, just 'cause I say meow, meow a lot, meow?
Yes, it's a bit trying at times.
Meow, meow, it's just my thing, though.
Well,
meow.
it's old. It's, you've been doing it a long time, and I just don't think it works anymore.
Meow, meow, but you're gonna cramp my style, meow.
Well, the times are a-changin'.
Meow, meow, I was just trying to, meow, help out, meow.
Okay, now don't,
Meow, meow, I'm so sad, meow.
Alright, okay.
Crying,
All right.
meow, meow, tears, meow.
No, now don't. Oh, jeez. Alright.
Meow, meow.
Henrietta, calm down. I want you to calm down. Calm down. Okay, I'm gonna let you introduce this next part of the DVD, alright?
Meow, okay.
Alright.
Meow, meow, what song's next?
It's Marionette.
Marionette, meow. Okay.
Good. Okay, now buck up. Buck up. Do it.
Meow, meow, the next song is Mary, meow, meow, net, meow, 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 net.
Alright.
Mary, meow.
Alright, good job. Good job.
Meow, meow, did you like it, meow?
Loved it. Wonderful job.
Meow, meow, really, meow?
Yes, fantastic. You, Henrietta, are fantastic.
Meow, meow, thank you, meow.
Alright, now just go take your pills.
Meow, meow, meow.
This particular song actually is one of the oldest songs in my repertoire, and one that I have performed many times, and one that has gone through many iterations. People often ask me what it is that I'm singing about in this song, and I find it entertaining to hear interpretations of what it is that they think I'm speaking about. To be quite honest, much of what I'm singing about in this particular song as personal references to experiences that I've had. As the name indicates, Marionette, it is about marionettes, in part, about puppets and dolls and action figures and toys and such, and explaining the collection that I have and the character traits that I pull from them. In terms of the puppet getting rough, there was a chap that I knew who used to threaten me with posable figurines. It was quite amusing. Up on the screen here, you'll see old Sniffenhammer taking another whiff. The character's name was not actually Sniffenhammer. It was Mr. Little, I believe, from a poorly executed marionette Christmas special. But he appeared to be sniffing his hammer over and over again and experiencing some sort of euphoria. Found that interesting, so he made it into the song here. And this is the actual spaceman in the back of the galaxy. This little fella here is indeed the one that I am speaking of in my song. And he was with me at some point and left in an associate's vehicle, which just so happened to be a Ford Galaxy. So when asked where the spaceman was, the answer became, the spaceman is in the back of the Galaxy. Now check out these dance moves that the marionettes are doing. But wow, whoa. God, I wish I could do that. I'd like to point out Mr. Cocoon there off to the right-hand side, standing behind Mission Control, operating the audio and visual mixing for the show. He's fantastic. Let's bring it down just a bit here. Yes, a bit of a romantic interlude. And nothing is more romantic than an accordion solo. Especially when the musician's head is so sweaty that it's dripping on the keys. Yes, romance. This is one of those songs which I wrote and then realized that I had no idea what it was about. So it remained an instrumental piece, which works. I must admit that I was introduced to the accordion through one of my early musical influences, Weird Al Yankovic. Yes, Mr. Yankovic helped to shape my musical psyche at a very early age. So Al, this song is your fault. Oh. Hey. Oh. I can't believe I'm actually hitting the right notes. Love her. Go, Toy Sergeant. Yeah, nothing's rocking like an accordion. And there you are. That's the Boogeyman Boogie. Thank you. That piano is one of my most favoriteest things in the whole wide world. It was actually custom built for the show. Rather than being an antique toy piano that had to be mic'd, it was actually built around a MIDI-controlled keyboard so that it could be plugged in directly to the PA. And then a little paint and aging was added to give it that vintage look. And actually, if you look closely, you can see the cat and the fiddle on the side with the cow jumping over the moon. And those were based on illustrations found in an old storybook from the early part of the 20th century. I somehow feel more comfortable playing that tiny piano than a larger one. I don't know what that's about. I'm sure that's psychological. This song is yet another reference to my own personal experience. Entitled Lament for a Toy Factory. It tells in verse and rhyme of the trials and tribulations I've had regarding my artistic career working for corporate America. It's the turning point of not only my career, but the beginning of a whole new me. Yes, this song often brings back memories. Oh, and there's me with hair. Yes. These little cutout characters I'm using in the puppet show here were based in part on Sunday school puppet shows I was forced to endure as a child, wherein they would use coloring book pages, cutting out the characters and then gluing them onto popsicle sticks, and that was apparently a satisfactory puppet show for the Sunday school attendees. However, I often found no interest. I was looking for moving parts, at least an arm. The arms of Moses could at least extend and raise. No, that would be too much. They have information to convey, and that is far more important than actual entertainment. So this here, with Lament for a Toy Factory, I'm sort of basing this forced informational storytelling device on those early Sunday school puppet shows I was exposed to. So enjoy. Or don't, since it's over. The piano moving division of the Toy Soldiers. Thank you, gentlemen. You're fantastic. Oh, good lord. This puppet is based on an album that I was forced to endure while in a recovery program, and I use the word recovery very loosely. For anyone who uses this particular record in hopes to generate sanity in one's mind is certainly aiming to do more harm than good. That's therapeutic. Every time I do that, it feels good. Up. You can't see him, unfortunately, but that is Adam on keyboards. He is fantastic.
Sundays, holidays, vacation time. You must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes.
This song is entitled Drop the Bomb, which is filled with various audio samples from 1950s safety films regarding the atomic age and nuclear war and such. Sort of showcase for how ridiculous such forms of misinformation and propaganda are. How ludicrous it was that people actually bought it and believed them. I mean, the concept of duck and cover as a protection against an atomic explosion is simply laughable. Pull your coat over your head, Billy. A nuclear explosion's about to go off. I mean, if you did that within several feet of a dynamite explosion, you'd have your head blown completely off. So why would anyone consider it to be a safety precaution against something that has successfully blown up an island? It's laughable, but the thing that's even more laughable is the fact that misinformation like this is still being spread to this day, but now it reaches far more people far quicker, so that the idea spreads before the masses have a chance to stop and go, wait a minute, I don't think anthrax is in my chocolate milk. That was from an actual Army training film. This always goes over so well. I'm going to do an entire show where all that happens is nurses bring me things on stage. The crowd loves it. So I've just been given this little instrument here. This is called a melodica. It's a sort of cross between an accordion and a flute. As you blow into the top end there and then use the little keys to play the notes. And I had a little simplified version of this as a child. It looked like the Yellow Submarine, if memory serves. But same idea. I love weird instruments like that. That is a spaceship. Aren't you glad that I'm here to tell you things like that? This song is Planet X Marks the Spot, and I wrote it because there simply aren't enough mambo hip-hop songs about Sumerian mythology. And I believe that's monkey dance move number 2 for the show. Zechariah Sitchin in a UFO should be popping up. Up, there he is. Hello. If anyone watching this actually knows who Zechariah Sitchin is, email me. Those who don't can always visit sitchin.com to learn more about ancient Sumeria and the 12th planet. All of my references made in this song come from Zechariah Sitchin's work as an archaeologist and anthropologist and cosmonologist and conspiracologist. Yeah, dancing. One of the things that you as the home DVD viewer are not privy to is the video montage happening behind me, a collection of vintage animation as well as early science fiction films from my own personal collection. One of them being the very first Buck Rogers, made for the World's Fair in the 20s, which is rather impressive, actually. As impressive as it is ridiculous at times. But definitely good stuff. That's right. This is the show where I had to kill a hamster with my bare hands. Yep, got it. Yep. I don't know where that came from. It was probably a spy. It was probably a remote-controlled spy hamster. Can't get one by me, though. Nope.
It's time to buy
Up,
something,
quick
children.
change. And for this song, entitled Back and Forth, I'm going to perform it for you a cappella.
Listen to me, my children. Listen to me, listen, children. Gather around, hear the sound of my voice. Dear girls and boys, well, you're making a choice. You can think for yourselves, you can buy my toys. Disregard my no hell, jump around, make some noise. I never lied to you, hell, I die for you. Yeah, I love you too, so just do what you do. Consume and gobble it up. Come on, show me some love, or I'll be blowing you up. I'm lying through my teeth to get everything I need. I'll be what you want me to be. That's why I'm dancing. Back and forth, side to side. Back and forth, side to side. Baby, step into my eyes are getting sleepy. Baby, and then I'll feed the hungry and the needy. Baby is the loving eye of education. Baby, I'll drag a burning smile across this nation. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and side to side. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and side to side. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and side to side. I go back and back and back and
All right, it's enough of that. There you go. That horn cost me 99 cents, and I simply threw it away. Back and forth can mean a lot of things. More things than I can talk about on this DVD. In this case, it's mostly about the political pop culture dance moves that teeter-totter depending on one's agenda. It's used in advertising. The empty promises that are made to us by the powers that be. Fun stuff to do the Charleston to. The names of these puppets are Rock and Roll. Yes. Oh, there's a go-go dancer hiding back there. Yes, this song is Childhood Don't a Go-Go, so of course you have to have go-go dancers in matching outfits, of course, that reflect my own wardrobe. The dancers are Serena and Sherry, who are clearly fantastic. The feeling of this song is a sort of, punk, surf, rock ensemble, if I can sound so corporate. Definitely a Nirvana influence for the first portion of this song, which I then chocked full of lyrical goodness, referring to many childhood things, mostly 1970s toys and television references. There's the Dr. Seuss reference, and the Romper Room, and the Etch-a-Sketch, and the Big Wheels, and the Slip and Slide. Lots of fun stuff. I am a shiny man. Gabriel really brought this solo to life, this live version. It's great. And we transition into my psychosis. I can't do a rock and roll song straight through. Has to go somewhere, damn it. I was a bit hesitant in terms of performing this song live initially, for I didn't see how it would work without an entire orchestra playing what I had written initially. But I think this works okay. I think that it's been molded in such a way that still maintains the contrast between the rock opening and takes it into something a little bit more theatrical. But I still want an entire orchestra behind me.
imagination saving me from the world that is
In all honesty, it's just about watching this little guy dance around. Look at him go. Wobbly head, baby head.
What about loneliness? What about friends? What about winning and getting revenge? And what about all of the things that they've done? It's time to stop.
Let's see, I think it's just about now where I've lost my mind. Yes, flashbacks are definitely happening. Disoriented, not really knowing where I am, but needing to scream. If there's anyone out there who feels the same way, go ahead and join in. Personal security is making their move. I honestly don't really recall much of what happened towards the end of this song, or this show, or really how I got back home. I remember something about penguins. I believe I recall a very interesting cryptic conversation with penguins. Other than that, things are a bit foggy. Good to see that I remembered my hat, though. And that is the Dr. Steele Show. Thank you for listening.